We're steady. We're hello, everyone. Welcome to our review. I guess our review of E3 X. Of really is going to be Xbox and Bethesda. We're going to touch on Square-Enix. They did some things. Liquid,
Yeah.
how are you feeling today, buddy?
I'm feeling great actually. I guess today's technically E3 too. Um, Feeling good. We had a nice live show on Twitch,
Yeah, we
little
did, dude.
reaction show. Took some notes. That was fun. Way more fun than I expected it to be. I know there was a lot of comments in the a lot of like interaction, which was awesome, more than I expected. Um,
Oh yeah.
Dylan was the tech guy behind the scenes, and that really worked out really well. I enjoyed it way better again than I expected. Everything kind of exceeded my expectations. Even the game, even the showcase, technically. Yeah.
And I'm gonna say that Dylan is the iron wall. Dylan, a special shout out before we jump into it all. Dylan, you are the GOAT right now. Liquid's been killing it, and it just seems like you hit the Delgado standard on the microtransaction, okay? You guys have just been killing it, knocking it out. I'm over here doing my best, bro, but right now I feel like the weak player on the field because both of you are just nailing it. So, Liquid, I want you to stretch your arm out, go back, and give yourself a pat on the back, bro. Give yourself a
Oh,
pat.
it's
Just
there.
like one good pat. You see, oh, the shoulders. I forgot you don't have the size of a normal
It's
shoulders.
difficult.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, guys. So we're gonna start off. We're gonna do this a little out of the way because, as you guys know, and you watch the show, I'm a little bit of a fan of Halo, just a little bit. So we're gonna say that for the end. We're not gonna do that in order because we are gonna talk about it. So I'm gonna go through these. I'm gonna try to go through these.
Yeah, we can
So
fire some of these
Liquid,
out.
honestly, Square Enix. Start there. Tell me what you think, because I only really want to talk about one game because, quite honestly, everything else is like offensive.
Yeah, it was very very lacking on Square Enix side. I think we'll talk about one game if you want. Do you want me to just run down all the other games real quick? I'm not even gonna talk about
I
mobile
wrote them
games.
down, bro. Bro. You want to talk about it more for me? I was just like, after Xbox, this was just like offensive.
Yeah, this was again. This reminded me almost of Gearbox, which is like, why are you here? You know what I'm saying? Like this could have been done so much. A few things that just stood out to me in my opinion, like Legend of Mana. I thought that was kind of cool. Fourth, PS4, Switch, and Steam. Got a little updated in res there from I guess. I know they showed this Babylon's Fall on PS4, PS5, and Steam. I don't really, that didn't really do anything for me.
It
Um,
looked all right. It looked all right
yeah, it
at
was a big
best.
okay. Um, and then I'm even gonna touch up on I guess Strangers of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origins game made by Team Ninja. I know that was the end of the show, and I'm assuming they expected that to hit a lot more than it was. Oh, that didn't.
Oh, it was a PS2 game in 2021.
Yeah, I kind of felt that they had mobile games and
Bro,
stuff. I don't care about that.
I didn't
Um,
care about it. Why should we?
um,
Avengers. Poor Avengers. It makes me feel bad because I love the voice actors that do Avengers.
uh-huh.
I don't know if you were gonna lean into that,
Yeah,
but
I kind of almost forgot what I was.
okay, I'm sorry.
Because they were talking about the DLC for the War of Wakanda, I think it's called with Black Panther. Well,
Yeah.
like that's coming. That's I never played Avengers myself. How did you like the game overall?
Uh, it was boring.
Yeah, I know universally
Very
it didn't
boring.
really.
Like I wanted to like it. Obviously, Avengers is an awesome franchise. It goes without saying we all love the movies and all that and the comic book. It just everything but this game with the Marvel logo is doing great.
Also, real quick, because I actually wanted to ask you about Avengers a long time ago. I never did, but
Mhm.
like because there's it's a story and then there's supposed to be like post game content, right, or post game stuff, and that's what doesn't hit the mark. Is that true? Is that what it is?
Okay, I thought the campaign was kind of boring. It was just very like I felt like it was more tedious and like even though I forgot how the voice actress was Captain Marvel, but or Miss Marvel, but like she's trying the voice acting is the strongest thing about that game. But like I had a Captain America skin that they give you, and I remember him he'll do this, but his jaw will completely come off. Then
Okay.
one of his eyes will bug out, and it's just like the game wouldn't let me get into the game.
Okay, I gotcha. Um, Yeah, because I always wanted to play the story, but yeah, if it's kind of
Oh,
boring and
you're not.
tedious, I'll
You don't
probably give
have
it.
to.
Yeah, I don't. It's kind of it's slowly coming off the radar. Um, but yeah, I guess that being said, let's jump into Guardians of the Galaxy. That's the only thing.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say
Oh, please.
I think after Black Panther,
Yeah.
and that's gonna be like the post game like raid.
Hmm.
I think I think Square Enix is gonna X this thing. I don't think we'll see anything past it, dude. I think that game is you have that the last two raw and you're done.
Now that's surprising because, and are you done with that point, or are we touching?
Hey, I'm done.
Like that's surprising because then we see Guardians of the Galaxy, which is the same development studio. So it's like Marvel gave them another shot, or maybe this was already in the works before Avengers dropped. But um, we saw Guardians of the Galaxy. What'd you think?
Guardian, holy shit, dude. Like I was impressed. I liked that they got what we like from the movies, because that's how everyone's gonna explain it. You like this equipping a dysfunctional team. You could tell they care about each other. Like, and in the trailer, in like what it was like 11 minutes of the actual show, I think, and they just put it all together, and you got to see the gameplay of it. And I liked that like there wasn't much on the HUD itself. So like you know you're in this alien world, and they want you to see that you're in this alien world, and I really liked it. And the character models, which is so because you know you see Star Lord, you expect Chris Pratt,
Yeah,
right? And I didn't think that the models were that jarring.
same. It's funny you mentioned that. I'm glad you did because, like I was watching with Ani, and she also mentioned she goes, "Oh, I think this Peter Quill actually looks better than Chris Pratt," is what she was saying.
Mm,
So, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't disagree. I agree. I think the gameplay looks pretty solid. The music, you can't have Guardians of the Galaxy without the music. You know what I'm saying? And they
yes,
nailed it. So, and yeah, it's like it just seems like it's one linear story. You're not picking characters. You're just playing as Star Lord. And I
perfect.
think that's a way better way to go. You're already starting off a lot better. So yeah, I'm excited about this game. I don't know if you have any other thoughts about that. Get into.
No, just I'm excited to play this, and I want good superhero games. Obviously, we see how well Spider-Man does, Miles Morales. You know, we've had these games, these amazing Marvel properties that we get to fall in love with, and I'm like, why does it have to pretty much like start and stop at Spider-Man?
Right. And
Like, you know what I mean?
I even think I'll even go as far as and maybe somebody can say I'm wrong, yes, but even Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, I know it's stuck on the Switch as an
Oh no, no,
exclusive.
they're super fun.
Yeah, exactly. It's a super fun game. I think the only thing that does hurt it is the fact that it is stuck on Switch. I think if it was on like all platforms, that game would probably sell really well, but that's just my opinion.
A phenomenal Game Pass game if
Yeah,
it could.
absolutely. But yeah.
Oh, I actually, it's funny that you bring it up. Me, Andreas,
Mhm.
Patreon member, and my friend Lewis, not a Patreon member. He sucks.
Uh,
Um, but yeah, dude, if you're my friend in real life and you suck. Um, but um, well, I forgot my like, train of thought. But
yeah.
we were playing it together, and we were having a good time. It was like a weekly thing we did, and we were kind of slowing down on it. But then the pandemic happened, and so it just kind of stopped it completely. But we were having a good time. It's funny because Andreas was getting mad at me because I only wanted to play as Captain America because you know your boy loves me some USA,
Yeah,
and
bro.
he's like, "There's all these characters, play with them." I'm like, "Nah,
I
bro,
got my
you
main,
got you."
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm like, I'm good, fam. I'm
Yeah.
about throwing this shield, bro. These stars and bars, baby. What else? I'm like, I got all 50 states to play with, baby. USA, USA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, but just I'm glad it looks like honestly the game looks super solid. I'm excited. I want to be excited for Marvel properties. Okay? So, let me be excited about superhero video games. All right?
I agree with you there. I couldn't have said it better myself.
And I'm
Uh,
looking at you, Warner Brothers.
oh, we talking about the DC stuff that they're doing?
Yeah, y'all need to you keep that energy.
Trying to step it.
Batman brought us to the dance, bro. Okay, I need
That's
you to
true.
keep that energy. All right.
But yeah,
So that
I'm
pretty
gonna
much
kick it off to you because yeah, that kind of like that close out Square Enix.
yeah, the close
Yeah,
out
the
Square
man with the
Enix
Xbox
overall
shirt.
terrible. I bought this just for today,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and
I changed shirts because the last shirt I had on had too many sleeves. So
yeah, yeah, you can in Discord, you know,
right, team no sleeves.
I gotta have the sleeves for us.
I need
You
to
know
get
what
a
I'm
tank
saying?
top
I
that
gotta
says
do
team
that.
no sleeves.
If not, we need to make it. If not, there needs to be merch, and they could even have Team No Sleeves, but still have sleeves. But you're just a fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, um, so overall, I want to start off on the top end, and then we're gonna go into it. Liquid, overall, what did you think?
We're talking about Xbox.
Talking about Xbox.
Okay. Overall, if we're gonna call it something, it was really good. I still don't want to call it great. Like I feel like I'm still missing some more. Um, like if I were to grade it on a 1 to 10 scale, I gave it an 8 before. Some people in our chat were a little more like down on it. They were saying sevens and 7.5s. Which don't get me wrong, I'm not saying they're wrong. I don't think they. I think you can argue about it, but I don't think like that's. Well, obviously it's their opinion, but I think I could see why someone would feel that way. Even if I were to knock it a little bit, at the least I could probably give it a 7.8. But I think 8 is fair. Um, and I was thinking about it a lot because like I've always said, or I keep saying that, when you look at PlayStation versus Xbox, it's like quality over quantity. I keep thinking with the old school mentality of like you need exclusives and they showed us like a handful of exclusives. I don't even say exclusives. Only one of the games was actually a PC exclusive. Good.
The thing is, they showed 30 games,
Uh-huh.
and only three of them didn't come day and day on Game Pass. I think they're trying to shift the narrative, and this was a big step in doing that, where they were like, "Hey, get on Game Pass. Fuck how you're in it.
Right.
fuck, fuck,
That's actually the
fuck
point that I was
whatever."
actually trying to make just now.
Oh, I'm sorry. My
No, it's
bad.
fine. But like, yeah, so like, I keep thinking with the with I guess more of a PlayStation mindset where they're still doing things the traditional way, and in fact that like, oh, you need exclusives to sell, and like you were saying, like it seems like Xbox had a handful of, but everything on this list, I believe everything was, maybe it was, but I'm pretty sure everything.
Three.
Um,
Only three.
Only three, yeah, that wasn't on Game Pass. So yeah, so it's not so much as like looking for the exclusives, they're just getting in play here. And yeah, if that's what we're trying to go with, then they definitely knocked it out the park, and that's
I couldn't agree more with you. That was the point I was gonna make before I cut you off to try to make that point. But I was just rewatching it and writing notes and
yeah,
rewatching it and seeing it. I was just like, I'm like, there's gonna be so many games on Game Pass the later half of this year.
right,
I'm
yeah,
just like, dude, I'm not gonna have enough time to play all these games.
no,
I'm like,
definitely not.
good thing, guys. Whoever's watching this, we have a weekly game of the week, so you can play along with us
Oh yeah,
as we're trying to sort our way through. I downloaded Halo 5. I gotta get rid of Halo 5 now, and I gotta get some of this Yakuza Like a Dragon.
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you got to make some
That's
space for.
today, right now.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. So I'm excited for that. So let's start it off at the top, all right?
yep.
Don't worry, I'm gonna skip over the Halo thing because we have a lot to talk about. But
Okay.
Starfield, Liquid, I want to know what you think about
I liked
Starfield.
it. I mean, it didn't show much, so I'm still hesitant only because I need to see gameplay. I know they showed in-game footage. They said it's pre-alpha, so this is supposed to be in-engine.
Hmm.
Which an engine so far it looks amazing. Like I know on the live stream, and you were talking about this antenna that was twitching on the robot. Which I think they can iron out. They have more than enough time. The game's not coming out till next year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, they'll be fine. Now, granted, that leads me to believe that well, how sometimes it's a buggy mess with these Fallout games, but but
Fallout games?
well, the Fallout games, yeah, oh, you don't think they're a buggy mess?
I'm being sarcastic.
No,
I'm
no, I
being
just caught it
sarcastic.
now.
Sorry.
I caught it a
Okay.
little too late. Like I just realized, I'm like, oh, I see, that's sarcasm. But it just boom, just like, anyways. But like, anybody hear that? But yeah, they have more time to fix it. It's not, and not only that, I like they're really showing off this engine. Like I said, I think it looks clean. It looked like a CGI trailer, but it's supposed to be in-game footage, so that's cool. That does make me a little excited for it. I think this one was exclusive, right? It's just well PC and Xbox,
I think so.
which is that's what they're doing.
Exclusive
That's
means not PlayStation.
not PlayStation, not
It's
Nintendo or
sorry.
anything. Yeah, it's just PC, Xbox. That's what it
None
is.
anything this Bethesda is not going to PlayStation. You have Deathloop, you have Ghostwire Tokyo, I think it's called, or something
God,
like that.
nailed it.
And that is it,
Right,
guys. You get these two, and then that's it, fam.
right.
Just
Now,
this game.
Oh no, go ahead.
This game show has just showed us. I know they said this thing about legacy and all this other jazz. That's all bullshit.
Right.
Okay? If I see another Bethesda game that's not one of these two games that I just said, I'd be blown. I'd be like, whoa, that's a big deal.
Right. No, I think so too. I think after these two games, that's all we're gonna see. Everything else, like everything they showed here, it doesn't actually. A lot of it didn't say. Like we said, I think there was three exclusives. Right? What we were saying.
I don't know if exclusive. I just know there's three games that weren't on Game Pass.
Oh,
That's how
that's what it
they.
was. Three
That's
games
how
that
they.
weren't games. Because I look down the list of these games, and a lot of them weren't saying Xbox exclusive in the beginning. Some of them were, and which leads me to believe that it's also coming to PlayStation. Now these aren't first. A lot of them they're not first party games. However, uh, I mean, if you have a place like someone like me, I have PlayStation and I have Game Pass. I'm not gonna not play it on Game Pass. I'm not gonna pay for it on Play. But
That's the point, though.
yeah, 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 no, absolutely.
Oh,
And
crushed it.
yeah, that's kind of all I have to really say about Starfield.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. I went in with a low expectation only because we haven't seen anything. And
obviously.
yeah,
I think you went in with the right expectation.
yeah, maybe it was good.
And the surprise hype moment for me, well, Starfield, I'm on board. I want to like it. I want them to impress me. I like the feel. I like the space. It just felt real cool. And I like it. Space games are always fun. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Even like with No Man's Sky and like even to an extent Destiny, like just like that space vibe. You gotta click some
Yeah,
buttons. In your cool spacesuit.
yeah, it's
And
like
I'm like,
space
I'm down with
exploration in
this.
general. Yeah, yeah, I hear you.
It's cool.
Right, makes you
And
feel like you're in Star
but
Wars.
Star Wars. Anyway, by the way, spoiler alert, guys, for the rest of the show. No Sam Fisher here either.
I totally forgot about that, dude. Fuck Ubisoft.
Everyone else did. It just popped in the dome right now. Me and Ubisoft, we have things in common. Sam Fisher,
No
bro. He
kidding.
doesn't belong in video
Oh
games.
no, no,
I'm gonna watch
yeah,
the show though.
no, they're okay. Yeah,
Anyway,
it's no Sam Fisher's in video games. He's just not in his own video games. That's what the problem is. He's in what?
like,
He's in Ghost Recon. He's in fuck. He got his own anime coming out. He's even in mobile games, but he's not in his own game. Fuck that.
bro, because you know what? Sam Fisher doesn't deserve his own
Man,
video
I'm
games.
and I'm starting to feel the same way. I think I'm just gonna give up. I think I'm just let it go. Like
Come on over, bro. The water's
Ubisoft,
fine over here.
Ubi,
Hold
I
on,
mean,
you're over here.
I already
I'm
thought
over here,
Ubisoft was
bro.
trash, so they could still be trash until
Oh,
Far Cry
not
6 comes out.
trash. We'll talk about that later. All right, so we're only on the second game, but I really want to talk about this. Stalker 2, what a beautiful game.
Hmm?
I was impressed. I'm like, I can't wait to play this on Game Pass. I'm like, this is a big get. And I'm like, hopefully the whole game's in Russian. I want to be like them talking to Russians. I have to read it. I'm like, because the world was so engrossing. They talk about the zone, and it's this mysterious thing. And I know it's like, I feel like we could say, like, how people talk about the darkness, there's this thing over there. Basically, shit's fucked over there. That's what it is. You go over there, shit's fucked. All right? And you just got to be the badass who can traverse through the wild, like through the wild zone and stuff. And
Yeah.
I dug that. What do you
No,
think,
I,
Liquid?
I agree. I think the Russian tone is very like voice Russian language voice. And even the environment looks awesome. As soon as it popped up, I was like very impressive. Yeah, I'm forward to like it seems like it's a console launch exclusive, so not necessarily
Hmm.
exclusive, but again, Game Pass. Why wouldn't you? You don't if you have Game Pass, why wouldn't you play it? Why would you play it anywhere else?
Yeah, like you're just a fanboy at that point.
The
You're a
only-
Sony pony, or you only have Sony stuff to play with, and
Right.
that's okay too.
Sure. Or you only have
Like
Switch.
I yeah,
But
and I that like
now I thought it looked
oh
cool.
sorry.
2022. It's so funny. We got gameplay for it, but it's coming out 2022. I feel like we've seen more of this game more than probably a lot of the games. Like this one had one of the longest gameplay trailers, and yet it's still
Mhm.
2022, which is kind of weird. But hey, is what it is.
Honestly, I was so blown away with the presentation with it. I was like, give me whatever, dude. I have enough games to play this year.
That's true
I'm
too.
like, I'm okay with it. That's another. Let's say that's at the end of the show. Anyway, so Back for Blood, made from the people that made Left for Dead. Would you still on board? What do you think, Liquid?
Yeah, it didn't change anything. Well, the only thing that changed is it's on Game Pass, so I don't have to pay for it. Well, except for the monthly subscription of at least 9.99 a month. But
free
But yeah,
on Game
we'll
Pass, baby.
free on Game Pass
Uh,
with one smart little membership of 9.99 at least.
3 o'clock. Anyway, so the next one was the trailer for Contraband, CG trailer, cool music. What do you think?
Didn't I mean yeah, just like a CG trailer, barely even a CG trailer because nobody was moving. It was just a camera. The camera was doing all the movement. The camera did all the work. Um, yeah, I got to see more. I guess I
Yeah,
don't have
'cause-
an opinion on it.
yeah, that's all it is. Sea of Thieves.
I thought
Um,
cool surprise. I thought it was an amazing surprise seeing Jack Sparrow, the whole Pirates of the Caribbean thing. I'm still not gonna play it because the game's still shit to me.
all right, cool. I agree. So yeah, I agree. Um, I wish I liked it more. You know.
Yeah.
All right. Next thing. What was it? Oh well, that's what they showed today. Well, as by the time you guys are watching this, Yakuza Like a Dragon is free on Game Pass. You could play it right now. Your boy's gonna be playing it. If you're playing it, tell me about it down below. We're gonna get through it together, baby. It's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
Liquid, what did you think of Yakuza?
It's funny because like I've only beaten one Yakuza game, and what keeps me away from Yakuza is the fact that it's only subtitles. Like that's the only thing in English, and I kind of hate that personally. Because I'm stupid American, my brain can't read and watch what's going on at the same time. I just can't do it sometimes. It's my same problem with anime. But this has English voiceovers, and I'm like, I really like that. It looks weird, just like your normal Yakuza game, just as weird, maybe even more. You saw a lobster look like he was about to kick some ass. I don't know what
Oh
that's
yeah.
about, but I'm interested. And yeah, I think I'm gonna have to download that as soon as we get off this.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so um, 12 minutes. We got to see some. I know we've seen already gameplay, but 12 minutes.
Right. 12 minutes.
Uh,
I mean, we already seen that yeah before. I guess we don't really need to talk much about it. I think we already hit it on the nail on the head on the.
but still cool.
Yeah, still cool. Still here for it.
Super cool.
Still
Just
excited.
so you guys know, like, are we lukewarm on it? No,
No,
we're both gonna play
it's up there still.
it. um,
Oh,
and
should we talk about the release dates? I don't know if like that's August 19th of this year, so right around the corner. I know we've been running through a lot of
yeah,
these games. Just I'll do a real quick recap. Like Starfield said November
yeah, do
11th.
that.
You want to do it? You don't want to do that?
No, 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 do
Oh,
it, do it,
so
please.
just real
I
quick for
honestly
the.
didn't write down the notes
Okay,
because
I
there
got
was
them
so
down
much,
here.
and I was trying to go through it.
Yeah, there were Starfield November 11th, 2022. I say take that with a grain of salt. That's next year. We still didn't really watch official gameplay, so that could change anytime.
Well, the thing with that one, is it Fallout? There was 11, 11, 11, or Skyrim.
Yeah, it was Fallout.
So they're trying to do the same thing again. I think that's what they're trying to hit it.
Yeah.
It might be to the detriment of its own game, but I think we might have a chance.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think there's a huge chance in that. Like I said, Stalker 2, 2022, Back for Blood, October of this year, or October 12th to be exact. Contraband had
The
got no.
Halloween game.
Yep, exactly. Which was right. That's right. That's exactly what you want to play on Halloween. Um, Contraband, no release date, but hey, it looked like it was so early, anyways. Like you're gonna really. It's kind of be to be.
And new games coming to Xbox. That's
Yeah.
what that was.
June 22nd is gonna be your Sea of Thieves update. Uh, and even Battlefield, we already see a Battlefield, so that's coming out
Oh,
this
we're
year, October
skipping
22nd.
over. We got to see the gameplay. I was gonna talk. We're gonna
Oh,
talk
we can
about.
talk
Oh,
about
we
it.
have to talk about
All right, but
Battlefield.
real quick, so October 22nd of this year. So again, that's another October game. And then 12 minutes,
Mhm.
August 19th, right around the corner this year. Let's continue.
And we got to see the trailer for Psychonauts 2. I was, because I'm feeling the burn of no Ratchet and Clank, right? And I was like, man, I wish I had a 3D platformer. And then Psychonauts comes rearing its ugly face, and I'm like, I'm here for, I want to play this game. Like,
Same.
yeah. So Tim Schafer, we've said it before. I don't know, was it a private call? We talk so much to each other nowadays, dude. I don't know what's on stream and what's not on stream anymore.
Everything's a blur.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but never really played too many Tim Schafer games, um, and I'm excited for it. I'm excited to dwell. I might play the first one if I have enough time.
Yeah, I think you should. The game's like very like a nice little, like you said, like a nice little 3D platformer. Same thing there. Um, that releases August 25th. Like you said, Tim Schafer over at Double Fine. So I'm excited for that as well.
Yeah. So after that, Bethesda just went to Elder Scrolls and like they let you know that it was alive, that it's still there. It did nothing really there, but actually Fallout 76 A couple days ago, they said they had a battle royale system. They're taking that out of the game, but now they're adding two separate DLCs to Fallout 76. And I thought that was real cool because I think I've said it on the podcast, the microtransaction. If you haven't, go back and watch it. All our episodes are amazing. Not biased at all.
Fact.
Uh, Liquid agrees with me. So and I think it makes me happy for the people still playing the game. I'm really happy for those people. I'm like, you guys who are in here playing 76 and you love this world so much, and here, like, good for you guys. What do you think, Liquid?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's accurate. Yeah, I'm happy for them. I think the best statement you actually just said was they took out Battle Royale. You don't hear that pretty often, so I like that.
Yeah, well, not enough people were playing it. The battle royale, the new
Thank
thing.
God.
So
Good. Nobody should be playing Battle Royale. Battle Royale sucks.
we're not doing this now. We're not
Okay,
doing
okay,
this now,
sorry.
Liquid.
That's
We're
another
not doing this
episode.
now, bro. We're gonna have it like a debate about it, dude. Like, I want to get a booth. All right. Anyway, let's see. Oh, what's Party Animals?
Yeah,
Good part. I think I know it's in the name. I think it's a fun. They did the something beast. What is it called?
Gang Beast.
Gang Beast, and they just made a second game in the genre. Everyone wants to say they're stealing, but it's like no, they're just making the same kind of game. Like everyone does it, but now I could play it on Game Pass.
Yeah, exactly. Next year, 2022. Looks fun. It looks funny as well.
Yeah.
It's a game that looks like yeah, you got nothing to play. Jump on it with your friends. You'll probably get a lot of laughs out of it.
Did you do the DLC? Do you have the dates for that?
DLC for what?
For Fallout 76, just in
All I wrote
case.
down was July.
Hey, good enough. All right. Now this one I do have the date for. Uh, kind of. Hades is coming to Game Pass, baby. I think August 13th
August
or 11th.
13th. Yep.
The 13th. Um, yeah, we're definitely playing. Oh, hold on. We are definitely playing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
I've been holding out on this game. Like I wanted to get on Switch badly, and now that I hear it's coming out for Game Pass, I don't have to purchase it. So because you know what, it's free for the monthly subscription of at least 9.99. But yeah, dude,
I pay, I
Hades.
pay, I pay for Ultimate.
Oh, actually, I pay for Ultimate too. That's why I said at least 9.99. At
Yeah,
least.
dude, it's free on Game Pass, baby. Not a dime.
Ultimate. What do you get with Ultimate?
Alright.
Is it just you get Xbox Live Gold? Is that what it is? You get with the Ultimate?
So I get where I could play on like on my phones and stuff like that
Oh,
if I
I got
wanted
you.
to.
Yeah,
But
because
for a
yeah,
while I was.
because I also got Ultimate, and that's so that way I could play on multiple things, especially like PC.
Yeah. Um, so after Hades was Somerville. Um, I like the tone of it.
Yeah.
But I
It's,
feel like it got a little lost because I can't even think of it. I'm reading my notes
mhm.
and I'm like,
Like it's
like
the
I,
family. They
I
had a dog.
oh, the family, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Oh, never
There,
mind. I take it all back, dude.
there you
Thank
go.
you.
I knew I
No,
was
no,
gonna
I
spark.
really
I had to
liked it.
spark it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I liked it. I was like, I like the vibe, like the family going away and then like all tired on the couch and shit like that. Cause it's good. What do you think?
I got a lot of Limbo and Inside vibes from this game, and so yeah, like on the game 2022. From the little bit that we've seen, yeah, I think it looks cool. Like it doesn't look like it'll probably be a long game to be honest, but these are the games I really enjoy. So yeah, absolutely, all for it.
Okay, this is where Halo would be. We're saving that for later, and we're bringing in Diablo 2 Remaster. This is one of the three games. I know I'm missing. I couldn't find which is the third game that's not on Game Pass, but I know it's Battlefield that's not on Game Pass like day one, and Diablo 2, which is this one.
The third one should be Far
And
Cry 6.
Far Cry 6, and there you go. Those are the three. Everything else is day and day Game Pass.
Right.
That's insane.
Wild.
Best deal in video games. Um, Diablo 2 remastered coming out on the 9th of the 20. Wait, 9th is August, right? September. It was, yeah,
Oh,
September.
September, yeah.
September 23rd, Diablo 2 remastered comes out. I thought it was really rad,
Yeah. I thought it was
especially after
cool.
us playing, especially after us playing Minecraft, Minecraft Dungeons.
Yeah.
It was like, man, if it wasn't so saturated, I would definitely want you and me to get up in this bitch and just go on some dungeon hunts. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Let's find some loot.
And I totally think we'll jump into it and give it a shot. Oh wait, was this didn't say Game Pass actually, did it?
No, no, no. This is the third game, non-Game Pass game.
Oh, that's right. You did mention that. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll depends on that price.
Yeah, we see you have to pay money. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
it's so funny because now you mentioned like, oh, it's not on Game Pass. Like, oh, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Then, bro, Xbox is changing the narrative.
Yeah.
Anyway, so a Plague Tale, boy, that's a lot of rats.
Yeah, Plague Tale Requiem 2022 didn't really do anything for me, but yeah, it was a lot of rats.
That was a lot of rats. I'm like, this is a cool CG trailer. Boy, that's a lot of rats.
Right.
That's terrifying. If you saw that in real life, a tsunami of rats,
Yeah.
I'm like, can that please be water and kill me? I don't want to die. I'd rather be drowned to death than drown in rats.
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh.
Water
The
doesn't bite, rats do.
heebie-jeebies. Yeah, dude. All right, go. So, far more Far Cry gameplay, and normally this is at the time where I'd be like, hey, I don't want to see anymore, but that's not happening. I want to see even fucking more of this game. Liquid, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I really liked it. October 7th, that's coming out this year. We've already talked about Far Cry 6 enough. We already know our thoughts on it. We love it so far, and yeah, this just solidifies that even more. Like, I can't wait. I want to play that game.
And just one last thing to add on, we already had a cute puppy. Now we have a killer cock.
You're in line with spikes on it. Jesus.
Oh yeah. All right, hold on. I gotta turn the page because yeah, there's
Oh,
multiple. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, Slime Rancher.
yeah.
What a beautiful and terrifying game.
It is pretty kind of terrifying. Very cute, very adorable. But yeah, very sadistic. I don't know. Like it's
I'm terrified. These cute little things you're sucking into this vacuum. They're like, oh God,
right.
don't do it. I was wild and free. And you're like, I gotta feed you to other slime creatures that I have in cages.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Yep. 2022. Nothing really else to really say about that.
Yeah. Now, Shredders. Bro, I'm gonna play this game.
Yeah.
I wanna. This looks so tight.
Right. No release date on this, but the best way I could describe it is exactly how I explained to it when we were live. It feels like the game Skate, but with snowboarding, and I love Skate. I love like pool borders, and they're like snowboarding games. So yeah, as soon as this comes out, you better believe it. I
Oh, we're gonna shred the gnar, bro. You and me.
don't know what that means, but yeah, sure, I'm all for it.
He's gonna find out, guys. We're Floridians. If you're like up north and you're like, you don't know what shred the gnar, we're Florida boys. The closest thing we got to snow is like really high on a palm tree. All
Yep.
right. So let's see. Hold on, I gotta go up. Atomic Heart. I thought it looked crazy, and I have to admit, it gave me Kojima vibes. What do you think?
Which one was the Atomic Heart? I wrote it
That's
down
the
as
one
well.
where the lady had the shit with her head and it was going over and like gravity
Oh
was.
yeah, very weird, very trippy game. Which makes me interested in it because it's so weird. I know we didn't really get too much, but yeah, the little bit that we did see, I'm like, well, it looks impressive and it looks weird. So yeah, I'm interested. I definitely want to keep my eyes open to whatever to just more that they would show on that.
Yeah. I got lost in it because I think I was still on the Halo hype on our live stream.
Mhm.
But seeing it again for reviewing for this video, I was just like, oh, I'm getting real Kojima vibes, and they had the music playing, and I'm like, yo, they're like, yo, I like how they were like, this game is fucking weird, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm here for it, dude. I'm
Yep.
down for some weird shit,
They double down on the weird stuff. I love it.
dude. Yep. And yeah, I thought it looked sick. What what is it?
Placed, yeah.
Replaced. The pixel art, I thought was the like arguably the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think running through because when I ran through the show again, just take some more on it. And to be honest with you, I think this is my favorite game that they showed. Actually, so weird.
Oh,
I
over
think
the
this.
other games?
Yeah, I know we talked about it, and I think this is actually my favorite game. Like, yeah, I forgot how cool this shit looked. Like, because not even just the art style. Like, I love pixel art, but on top of that, there's the camera angles that they're showing. It's like a little flip that makes old school pixel art, but in a modern way. I love when they do stuff like that. That just it looks awesome. 2022, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, 2022. But
Oh, that can't come here soon enough. That
yeah,
came rewatching it again. I was just like, oh hell yeah, dude. I'm here for that. All right. So ground. Shrooms of Doom.
Yeah, the Grounded, I
I
think,
thought
right? I think is the
Grounded.
name of the
Did I
show.
say ground? Yeah. I wrote ground.
But yeah, it's like
Grounded.
Shroom of Doom. I've tried Grounded. I'm not too impressed by it, so this doesn't really do anything for me. If there is a community out there who likes it, I'm glad they're getting support. I think the game is still in beta, if I'm not mistaken. So like, I would rather see like be more official, like come out rather than still be in beta. But hey, whatever. At least they're still supporting something.
It's like how Fortnite was in beta for like 5 years. It's
Right.
like shut the hell up, dude. You're not in beta. You're a full game at this point, dog. You're just saying so when something does break, you're like, oh, we're in
Yeah,
beta.
exactly. It's just an excuse.
Yeah. And Among Us, 15 player rooms. That's exciting.
That is exciting and free on Game Pass. Like I had no idea. Yeah, free on Game Pass. I had no idea that Among Us wasn't even on Xbox. Like I had no idea. Like news to me.
Now, how
Because
are you playing it?
you could play it free on mobile if you really wanted to play. You know. But yeah, now that it's coming to Game Pass and update 15 players, I think that's perfect. That's exactly what you want. It might be coming a little late, but with the update, that gives you all the more reason to get right back in.
Yeah, yeah. No, no. We're definitely. I at least want to at least do um, one playthrough of us trying to, play us playing Among Us, because playing Among Us is always fun. And even if, let's just say, no one watches it, because let's just say for some reason no one watches Among Us content anymore, which they do.
Yeah.
But I'm like, we'll have a funny video of when like Liquid is lying to Chris right now, and he's playing him like a fiddle. And I'm like, hey guys, I believe Liquid. He wouldn't lie to me. And then he proceeds to snap my neck. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's gonna be great. And the game, well, you said you were the most excited for. What is it? I don't even know how to say it. How do you
It's
say
like
this
I
game?
want to say it's Ayuden Chronicles. I want to say.
Yeah.
It was the first game that I've seen that has a 2023 release date, which is wild to me.
Mhm.
Why they would even show something, and it's again they showed gameplay for a game that's coming out in 2023, so that's weird to me.
The, on watching it again, I don't know if because they announced two games in this franchise.
That's
I
right.
think the 2023 was the Rising one.
I see, because yeah, there was one in 2022 as well. Even then, though, still, I just don't understand why something would. Whatever. It still looked great. It has like that 2D HD style that Square Enix is doing with their games. I know they announced Dragon Quest, so they're remaking some of the Dragon Quest games in that way, that similar to the way on Octopath Traveler, and you got Project Trying, I think it's called, that's coming to Switch. But yeah, this game it looks just like those, and that art style is beautiful.
Yeah, well, I gotta admit, when I first saw the trailer while it was happening,
Hmm.
the way they entered it in with like the anime stand-ins and they're slowly moving, I instantly had my eyes rolled in the back of my fucking head. I was like, oh god, not this crap again. And then when they went into the gameplay, you see the guy shooting and like it zooms in and the different camera angles in this art style. I
Hmm.
was like, why did you lead with that crap? Lead with this.
Yeah, yeah.
This is awesome. Oh my god. And Ascent.
Yep.
I think it looks real cool. I think it's a fun Saturday night. The gang's on. Like, yo, let's play something different that we can just like have fun with. And I
Right.
think Ascent's it.
Yeah, four-player twin stick shooter. Comes out July 29th. So that's right around the corner. And yeah, I think so too. I think you, like you said, the game comes up, you got nothing to play, get a couple friends, get some drinks, do some shit.
Yeah, like it's just a good old time. Age of Empires. I've never really played an Age of Empires game, but people love it. Have you ever played it or dabbled in it?
It's not me necessarily, but my brother Frank has. He was obsessed with it, and the thing is that like, yeah, this game's not necessarily for us, like me and you, but people on PC and even not even just PC, but even some console players, they love this game. This game is fantastic. But the weird thing that I took out of this game, it comes out October 28th, so right around the corners, or October. I guess not really around the corner, but it's coming this year.
Oh,
But
well, it's gonna be here before you know it.
Game Pass exclusive on PC. Yeah, PC's getting a Game Pass
Well,
exclusive.
why not?
So yeah,
Hey,
I'm like, hey, that's cool. That's a little weird. I never thought I would see that. So yeah, and I was surprised when I looked at it. I paused. I'm like, whoa! It said the Game Pass that it said in the corner of every game that they showed, or at least every game except for the three that we meant. But then it said on PC, like specifically said on PC. In the bottom, you would think it would say like Xbox Series X, but it only said Windows. And I'm like, that's kind of cool. I guess I would like to see more of that. Yeah,
I
not
kiss
I,
and lift to the PC folk.
yeah, for more like exactly for like more PC centric stuff. Absolutely.
until Xbox puts into action the plan that they said they were going to do with the cloud services so they could try to bridge that gap so it's more the same ecosystem. Like until that happens, stuff like this I think is welcomed, and I think this experience, Age of Empires, lends itself better on PC than it would console.
Yeah, no, I agree with it. That's 100%
Yeah.
perfect.
And the shock, I was blown. Outer Worlds 2.
Wasn't expecting this. Came out of nowhere.
Oh,
No release date, so it seems like they're really early on. But I mean, I never played Outer Worlds, but I hear fantastic things about it. So
um,
yeah,
patron Liz. I'm gonna say she's our resident American RPG player. She was blown away, super hype, level 10. Like, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening.
nice.
Because it's the same people that made Fallout Vegas,
New Vegas.
New Vegas. Um, yeah, and they say that that's pretty much the best Fallout ever.
Yeah, a lot of people. That's a
And
pretty
those
popular opinion.
two and and now they're just apparently they just continue to kill it, and I'm totally here for it. It's on the backlog. But I definitely want to get to it. I want some RPG action. You know what I'm saying? Hey, okay. Please come in on this. All right, guys. So we're nearing towards the end of the Xbox show, but we got a couple more things left. Um, Flight Simulator is making its Series X/S debut,
Right.
and we got a little Top Gun action going on, dude, which is freaking amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do
Top
you
Gun
think, Liquid?
expansion dropping on fall. July 27th is when you get the Xbox, the Series S and X, and I guess enhanced update because it's already on Game Pass. But yeah, now you're getting
Which is
that.
not for the console.
Oh, it's not on console. I thought it was on console.
Oh,
Okay, so
no.
not on console. So it's coming on console July 27th, right around the corner. But again, that fall expansion with Top Gun, pretty dope. Absolutely.
Yep. And it's funny because I had a joke that me and Liquid need to remake like a little montage scene using Flight Simulator,
Right.
and like, oh, we need to get the Tomcat so we could be like in Top Gun, and now this is happening.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it's happening, but I'm also not saying it's not happening,
Exactly.
dude. There you go. All right, and then which took up a good amount of time, and you know what? I feel like it deserves it. Let's put some respect on the name. Forza Horizon 5?
Yes. Got it. You
All
nailed it.
right.
Um.
Dude, I need to believe in myself more. Like Forza.
Oh
What
no
do
no,
you think
carry
on
on,
that?
please. I want to hear the
No, that
belief.
was it.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So dropping November 9th. So as of right now, I would say that's kind of their holiday, I guess. I know they said we're gonna talk about Halo more, but that get a holiday, it got a release window. Talk more about it. But if you want to talk about guaranteed holiday games so far, what we do know right now it's Forza, and that's fine. I know Forza's not really my kind of game. I don't think it's yours. Chris, that like I've gone into it. You know, they do some pretty cool stuff on the Horizon series end. Um, and yeah, they had it was a good chunk out of it. I know the game does really well on Xbox, so all the more reason why you would have it in there. You know, even if it doesn't speak for me, it definitely speaks for a pretty big audience. Yeah, by my understanding, a lot of people love this series. Yeah, a lot of people prefer this series over the Sim series. Just on now,
70 gazillion.
who
I
knows?
think they've gotten through so many titles that they did the thing where now they just start saying names.
Yeah,
But I could be wrong. But no, I thought it was great. There was a lot of things like people wanted to be either in Mexico or Japan. So the people that wanted Mexico, you got
you
it.
got Mexico.
And uh, and honestly, if you love cars and you love beautiful games, Forza's the game for you. Like I'm not even a fan of racing games, but I do like watching people play racing games. I know it's weird. I don't want to play them, but I don't mind watch. I can watch someone play racing games all day. Um, and I I I'm excited. I'm like, am I brave enough to finally use the sticks? Try to get on? Probably not. Maybe.
Like, me personally, I know I won't. unless they release some kind of cool expansion like they did with Hot Wheels, then I'll probably give it a try.
Are leading the way. All right, guys. This closed the show. A new game. I forgot. Someone from Bethesda. Who's the team? I forgot the name of the
Arcane.
developer. Arcane. There you go. Thank you. Redfall comes out 2020. I wrote this one down.
2020 last year it comes out.
2022.
Dude,
There's too many twos, bro. There's too many twos.
yeah,
There's too many
it's
twos,
it's so
right?
funny because like normally I would be like I'll let it ride, but the fact that you
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 can't let that ride.
emphasize the fact that you emphasize the fact that I wrote it down this time and then you said 2020, I had to
I
say
wrote it.
something.
I wrote it down correctly. I'm just a freaking idiot, bro. I'm trying to get to this because I want to talk about the next thing so fucking
No,
bad.
you're right. There's a lot of twos. Also 20th, like I guess anniversary. Like they've been doing it for 20 years on Xbox. So you're right. A lot of twos and zeros.
Thanks for helping me. Thank you for helping me dig my way out of that hole, buddy. You're a good guy.
That's what I'm
You
here
know what I'm
for.
saying?
It's a team effort.
Anyway,
When you fail, I
Redfall.
fail.
What do you think, Liquid Idea? I love it.
All right, let's go.
So, what did you think of Redfall? Now that
Um,
you've seen the trailer more than one time.
yeah, saw it more than once. No gameplay, which it's kind of to be expected. It's not coming out anytime soon. Um, it could be cool. I think it could be like again, it leaves me with like I want to see more. A lot of these games that are coming out 2022, 2023 reserve my excitement a little bit with that don't have gameplay that is. Because like I said, even that game that I was most excited about, what is it, Replaced? I think we called it. I think was the name of it. Yeah, Replaced. That's my most excited game, and that doesn't come out till 2022. But we at least saw gameplay, and that's what got me excited. This one didn't really have any gameplay. It was just more of a trailer. It could be cool. It has a potential of being something great. Um, Real quick, so I wanted to talk a little, not a lot about this game, but I really want to at least touch up on it. Because
Oh
one
yeah,
thing I
yeah, no, no.
noticed,
This didn't close the show. We have to talk about it.
yeah, yeah, and like for example, like well, a few things that I noticed that I wanted to touch up on. I don't know if that's the best game to close the show on because it was one of those like, oh, we got one more thing to show you kind of thing, you know.
Mhm.
And for me, I feel like it didn't stick the landing as could have, especially if you look at towards the end. Unlike all the other games that said, hey, Game Pass or what system is coming, PC and Xbox. This one literally just said Xbox exclusive in a red banner, which led me to believe, oh, it's just a console exclusive. Apparently that's wrong. It's supposed to be coming out on PC as well. But again, just the layout looked different, which kind of has me speculating. Maybe this wasn't supposed to be the post, like the game at the end of the show. Maybe this, like, for some
Wait,
reason,
the conspiracy corner?
yeah, I like tinfoil hat. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right, all right, all right.
But like the way it was presented at the end, the last splash screen, last shot, and
Mhm.
the fact that, like I said, I felt like it didn't stick the landing because I'm like, Xbox was doing. I thought it was, it was doing. I don't, like I said, I thought it was very good. I wouldn't say great, but I feel like this last post game, really could have set it over the top if they would have showed something really sick. And I don't think this was that game, which has me believing that maybe there was something else in the plans. I don't know. I could be wrong, but just the way again it's presented, it's presented way different than all the other games for a game that doesn't look as important as all the other. Does that make sense to me? That to you?
I understand where you're coming from, but I had to give you a little bit of pushback,
Sure.
okay? Hear me out. So the thing is, I think the exclusive thing for Xbox is it just means not PlayStation, and I could see where the confusion with the PC because we still think it, like we were both guilty of it, thinking of strictly console exclusive, not Game Pass exclusive. Like, uh, and is everything all right?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad, dude. You did the still thing again, bro.
Oh,
You
my
did
bad, my
not.
bad. Let me put my. I'll just keep doing
I
this
was
while you
like,
talk.
okay, so, so my bad. Anyway, like, the reason why it was exclusive because it's Bethesda and they're trying to defeat the narrative
Mhm.
of whether the games are coming to PlayStation. You don't spend $8 billion uh, to share,
Right.
okay? And I think that's a fair thing to say. Um, I did like it because the thing is, Xbox has this narrative where they don't have games. Where are the games?
Hmm.
All this stuff. So they're ending it. I think it was a bold move And I could very easily see, and I think a lot of people would agree with you, of like, oh, they didn't hit it. But I'm like, they say you don't have games. They ended the show on something new,
Mm-hmm.
something they pay for, and something that you could only get via Game Pass. And like seeing it upon review again after like it was not such a hot take, I think it was actually the right move. I'm happy they didn't end it with Halo. I think they needed to end it. So the last thing you think of, like, man, they ended it on a new game, and then you're like, wait a minute, they ended it on a new game, and like Xbox has, then it starts changing the perspective. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
think Xbox is trying to change their own narrative right now and changing the debacle that was the Xbox One.
Right.
And I think this could be the beginning of the full circle with Xbox.
Like,
A 360, so
oh,
to
oh, I
say.
see what you did there.
Yeah, yeah,
Now,
yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah.
and I agree. I think that because I came out the like I went into this show, even leaving the show, feeling again the same way, like the traditional gaming style. And now that I've had more time to dwell on it, I think the same thing too. I don't think I'm not asking where are the games anymore at this point now. I've changed my mind a little bit. Where yeah, I see what they're doing now. Again, it's something I can't. Like oftentimes you want to compare PlayStation to Xbox, but I can't now. Like they're doing two completely different things now. Like now more than ever. Like I think we said that a few years ago, even when we saw that starting. But I think now is when I really like I could see it now. You know what I'm saying? Like I see it
Yeah.
happening. But to touch up on what you said, because like what makes me believe why, like what I was saying, was that because like you said that you know exclusive just means not on PlayStation. But that's the thing that every game that we saw that was exclusive, aka not on PlayStation, actually said said not only Game Pass, but it also said Xbox One, Windows 10. It actually said where it was gonna be, even though it was supposedly exclusive. Like we said, this
Yeah.
didn't say that. This specifically said Xbox exclusive. Like it was just completely different than everything else that was shown, and so it just
And
made me feel like they just like shoved it in there almost. So I
maybe
don't.
they did.
And yeah, that's what I'm saying. I could be wrong.
To end it. No, no. I honestly, I think we're arguing two sides of the same coin.
Right. No, I exactly. And I feel like I'm hoping that we find out more about like sort of why they did. Like if that is the case, if I'm right, I have nothing to go by. This is all speculation. I really want to hear that story. I really want to hear what it was they were gonna show. Because like there's even other there's other things that were I know that we talked about Square Enix real quick. I just want to go back to it just for a second here. That game that didn't hit the mark that was made by Team Ninja. There was that game, but there was another one that they're working on for Square Enix. I think there was the Babylon Fall that's being made by Platinum Games. I'm like, aren't they supposed to be working on Bayonetta 3 for Switch? Like, what? Where's that at? You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, okay, whatever. Maybe we'll hear something for on Tuesday,
Maybe,
but
or maybe not.
yeah, but that's all I have on Redfall. But yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Um, I'm down with it. I think they did a good job of showing that you were supposed to like you. There's different characters. It looked like a four-player experience, and both of them have all the special quirks and stuff. They show the enemy, and it showed that it was post-apocalyptic. I think it was a CG trailer, but I think it like if you start breaking down the minutia of the trailer itself, it lets you know how the game's gonna be. It's gonna be another like
Oh yeah,
co-op, four-player fighting hordes of demon vampire stuff,
right.
but cool
No, I
with
agree.
a cleaner aesthetic.
Yeah, the trailer shows us. I agree. I think it shows us exactly what the game's gonna be. I guess for my sake, as far as when I get excited for something, I need to see like you know
No,
what I'm saying.
I know.
Like they could
Agree.
tell me exactly how a game's gonna be. They could even describe it to me. That's cool and all. But unless I see gameplay, I'm not gonna jump in
I know,
at
but
first.
Xbox likes to do a thing where they like if they're gonna show a trailer, like within that year they
Hmm.
show gameplay.
Right.
It's just how they like to do things.
Yeah.
So I don't mind. We're at step one. Obviously, gameplay is king,
Yeah.
and you're
Obviously.
right. But like we're like these games are they're stage one of their
Right.
media on their media reel.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's still cool seeing something new.
Right.
Absolutely.
Um. So guys,
Time.
it's here.
Yeah. It's time.
It's finally here. Halo Infinite. We got some campaign. We got some multiplayer. They made sure to show us a panning shot long distance so you could see where's the pop-up textures. Oh, it's
Yeah.
not here this time.
Yeah.
Oh, is anything popping in and out of the engine? No? Huh. That's a fix. I love how they like the legitimate critiques that I feel of 2019's
Hmm.
E3. They or 2020 2019 time is all fucked up. Um,
Time is time.
and so I like how they addressed it by not directly addressing it,
Right.
but also pushing it forward. Now, before I start talking our heads off, Liquid, please tell me what you think, bro.
From what I saw, because they showed gameplay, and I loved what I saw as far as gameplay. Um, like right off the rip, it's funny. Like just to add on to what you were saying, exactly. It's like it was almost like it was purposely done. Like, hey guys, like they purposely showed this shot. Like, okay, like you can't shake the feeling that obviously they're showing what the problem was. They're showing you where the fix is. Hey, that's great. That like this reassurance that they worked on it, they fixed it, they did what they need. The gameplay reminds. I know we heard rumors that it's supposed to be a Halo-ass game, but it's what I've heard it's supposed to be like
A Halo ass Halo.
a Halo-ass Halo type of game, and I disagree. I guess I guess if you're talking about Halo-ass Halo, I hope you're talking about Halo 5 because that's what it looked like to me, and I couldn't be more excited for that. Like I want more Halo 5. Halo 5 is extremely underrated. The fact that Microsoft hasn't brought it to Game Pass is they haven't brought it to
It's on
Game.
Game Pass.
I'm not giving. They haven't brought it to PC, or I guess they brought it to PC, but the Forge mode or something like that's called, which I'm downloading right now as we speak. It's so funny. Like it's just that the fact they don't give it the attention it deserves is a shame. But yeah, from the what we've seen, the grappling hook, the the different little counters, like little things here and there. It's just I think that stuff is really cool. Like I have some concerns with sort of the ending as far as like release, but from what I did see, if I'm just talking about gameplay right now,
Let's
fantastic.
just get it. Let's just do it right
We
now.
do it all. Okay, we'll get it out the way. So yeah,
We'll get it out of the
as
way.
far as
I want to
gameplay,
gush over Halo. I want to leave it. I want to
yeah,
end this episode on a positive.
perfect. So yeah, gameplay, absolutely fantastic. I loved everything I saw. I mean that's kind of mainly it where I'm at. I expect you to have
I'm
a
talking about the date, the release date.
no, no, no,
Let's
no. I
talk
know. I'm
about it.
getting into that. Like, I expect you to talk more
Okay.
about it. But as far as the release date itself, it said holiday 2020 or 2021, which I know we talked about it before we got on the show here. It's a little concerning. Um, like I said, especially since you got Forza that gives you an actual date, and this is just giving you a release window. So I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that or what to think about that. Especially no date for at least a beta of some sort. I didn't see anything like that. Maybe we'll get that tomorrow. But my understanding is supposed to be some kind of showing tomorrow. Um, but yeah, that's kind of all I have about it. Take it away.
All right, so I had on going on Liquid on the release date. It is concerning. They said that because of the year extended and they're working on it, there were talks back and forth whether there was going to be a beta. We were all hoping for it, and if this 2021 date is to be believed, then we're not getting a beta, guys. We just got to put that behind us. It's
Mm,
just not going to happen unless we get one something unless they announce something crazy, but they're not going to because I know what they're actually going to do. Have an answer for the beta situation.
oh,
Yeah.
please share.
Yeah, I will. I will. Let me walk it down.
Carry it on.
But the window is stressful.
Mm,
I understand why because it's Halo, it's their baby, and you got monsters coming out this fall. Call of Duty owns November. They do. To go head to head with Call of Duty has Titanfall how well that went. It
ouch.
doesn't go well. And Titanfall 2 was a great game, and it got snuffed out of existence.
Right.
And you got Battlefield coming. I think we were supposed to talk about Battlefield. We never did. But Battlefield, they showed gameplay. They didn't just show a trailer. Holy shit, the game looks amazing. Even though Halo is free to play, like the multiplayer is free to play. You on whatever anything but a PlayStation and or Switch, you can play Halo multiplayer for free. I think you don't even need Game Pass. You don't even need Game Pass. And they I think they just trying to lock down exactly where to do it while also doing the advertising for the 20th anniversary of the Halo.
Okay.
And I think that's what they're doing. I want to believe this. Let me say it like this. I want to believe that this is what it is.
Right.
Okay. Like there's also the pessimistic part of me where I'm like,
Okay. So
it
this is
just
not
could not
this is
be
nothing
ready still.
confirmed. This is just more speculation.
This is speculation.
Okay.
This is what I think is
Okay.
happening,
It makes
and
sense.
I think this is where the smart money is.
Right.
Um, Also, but also, like I said, the for Game Pass, it is packed. There's a lot of first person shooters and third person, a lot of shooter gun stuff. And you want Halo to have its time. But the thing is, it is exciting, all right? Like now I'm gonna go into the hype stuff. We left the pest, and that was the bad part, guys. Now we're into hype zone. Okay, before I get that, now we're talking about the beta. I need to get there. I should have wrote down how I'm gonna do this, but now I'm just gonna do this. I found this out on Twitter while we were taking a break. So if you want to get in on the beta, it won't be a beta. If you play the Master Chief Collection, there's a Halo Insider program that you can buy in, and they will invite you to flights of the game, and that's how they're probably gonna do Halo Infinite. I think no, that's what the manager, whoever does their PR, like the main dude on Twitter, I forgot his name, but that's what he said. He put out the tweet a couple hours ago that
Oh,
it's like if you want to get into a flight, a chance to get into these flights, you need to be inside the Halo Insider program. Don't worry, your boy has been in the Insider program. It's
nice.
gonna be okay. So if you're not, please guys do. If you want to play Halo before everybody and let them hate on you, get inside this Halo Insider program. It's awesome. It's super good times. Um, Now going into the campaign, there was a lot of really cool stuff. They made seeing Chief just there and like standing in, and you realize that he was like something was up with him. You could tell in his mannerisms that you see him walking back and forth, and you see him hesitating, grabbing a gun, and these little nuanced things. Because Master Chief is not a talky guy, but you can see in his body language like certain little things, and I thought that was a cool attention to detail.
Right.
um, on the campaign side, and like I already said, they did the panning shot. They tried to show the graphics and stuff like that, and they showed the Zeta Halo. There's different sections and the terrain difference, and like, oh man, like you can't just walk through it. Like, oh man, I have to go around this mountain, but on the top of this mountain, there's also a holdout where there's like two brutes and a whatever. And I thought that was really rad. They talked about Chief. You got to see new Cortana. In the book they gave her a different name, but you got to see the model of Cortana actually voice act or mocap by the same lady who does Valkyrie in Apex.
Oh, wow.
So that was really cool. Found that out, bro. Your boy was doing some Halo research.
Hmm.
um, so if you liked Valkyrie in Apex, you're probably gonna like this new Cortana. People are loving her right now. Master Chief looks great. I didn't see any of the pilot, which I thought was a little odd, but they also introduced, leading into multiplayer now, a new character who's hyping you up to be a Spartan, and it was this girl, and she was in there. I think it was Tanaka, but I'm not sure. She was a Spartan 5 in Captain in Locke's team.
Mm.
I think it's her, but I'm not sure. So take that with a grain of salt. Um, and going into Halo 5's multiplayer, those 2 minutes, oh my, it's it's everything I could hope for. The thing is, Liquid, you talked about Halo 5.
Right.
I got Halo Reach vibes on the way that it looks. I got Halo 2 vibes when I saw the battle rifle in play, but also the innovation of Halo 5. I think this is a culmination of all these Halos. I think that like it does look like a Halo as Halo game,
Hmm.
but I have to remember at one point a Halo as Halo game was the number one game multiplayer on Earth.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
So,
it just feels like they're still
uh,
trying to find that is what it feels like. And I'm hoping this does that. Keep going.
yeah. And I like how they showed you, hey, you were watching people in teams playing. Red and blue is gone.
Yeah.
Like now you can just see your Spartan. Like red versus blue is a very old timey thing, which I love it because it's it means so much to me.
Nostalgia.
But we have to let go of these things because
Right.
it's like I want to show off my Spartan because if I'm gonna buy these skins
Hmm.
and I want to show it off. I don't want it to be like red or blue.
Yeah, yeah. And you
You
figure,
know,
like Call of Duty doesn't do this. Battlefield doesn't do
no,
this.
no,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So yeah, so you know
just do
you're
it
you're
ally.
you're absolutely right. I agree.
Yeah, the weapon. I thought the weapon. Bonnie Ross dropped a bomb on Twitter where the big team battle thing is 12v12. So we had AV8s, now they're 12v12s. Um, and also the flight. That's the only like crumbs are leaving post show that I saw. It could change because tomorrow, like Liquid said earlier, there is going to be a more detailed look into the Halo multiplayer of
Hmm.
what they can talk about. I think it's just trying to keep that hype train going, and I'm here for it. Um, well, they had with the plasma pistol they shot. It reflects. Someone did a still already, and there is an Avery Johnson Memorial training facility.
Oh, really?
Yeah, someone already did a pause. You can see it because someone did the shield. You can shoot through, but people can't shoot through the front. And I'm like, man, that could be real cheesy. But it seems like there's a this great ecosystem in the grappling hook. The things that people were lukewarm on, hated on it, I thought was hype as hell
Yeah.
when I saw it. Like you see, you use it for grabbing weapons, grabbing people, grabbing vehicles, and it's just like helping you traverse through the map. I was. What did you think, Liquid, about the grappling hook?
The grappling hook I think was one of the best things shown actually. Like I know we talked about it. One of the biggest problems that I have, I hate getting in vehicles, and I know I usually get owned by someone who's but but like you said, I think yeah, everything that they showed that's kind of like cheesy in a sense. Like as far as the way to play, it feels like there's a counter to it, and that was done purposely, and I'm so happy it was. That's kind of where I left off.
Yeah, the Spartan customization I thought looked awesome, and you could see there's a Halo 5 armor that I'm technically using right now in my Halo 5 character because it looks kind of like elitish, like
Okay.
looks like elite, but they remodeled it a little bit to fit this thing. They did like a still on it. Man, if I could find it, I don't know. I saw it on Twitter, dude. Twitter's going crazy right now. Halo's trending.
Right.
What was the last time Halo trended?
It was trending last time for the wrong reasons. So
The right reasons. For the
yeah.
right
Now I
reasons.
got a question for you because like I know we talked about like the beta thing and like you had kind of an answer for that. Uh, because like I hear that and anybody can take it like, hey, don't worry, if you want to get into a beta, you got this. But I guess my question for you is that enough though? Like, is that going to be enough of a stress test? Because I think that's ultimately what we. And I also feel, to be fair, like I think based on what we've seen so far, the drops of the ball, you know what I'm saying, that we've seen in the past so far, like is it really smart to keep the quote unquote beta in this sort of Halo Insider program? Do you feel like what do you think on that?
I think it's a way for them to control the narrative because if they didn't do this, the game would break because you have uh Game Pass's install system, which is like I think like is it up to like 30 billion subscribers
Oh
or
wow.
something crazy? If you would have most of them, if not all of them, trying to play Halo day one. It would crash the servers hardcore.
Right.
And especially you're trying to cross play, the people would give you kicked out of games left and right. It would be a terrible gaming experience. So you could tell this is a way for them to try to fix it
Hmm.
slowly, adding like at their leisure, because then they just expand, and then every IGN, GameStop microtransaction, we're all gonna tell you like, guys, get into this program, and then they're gonna just open it up for everybody. But now they have people on the insider program, and they could boast that number. It just works well for them. They gatekeep a little bit, but it's like a pretend door. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a door with no walls.
Now to play like I like that. I like what I'm hearing. I think it's
Mhm.
wise. I think it's smart. But to play a little devil's advocate,
Obviously.
another outlook on it, like because like you mentioned controlling the narrative, and I'm just like,
Mhm.
is that is that too much of a control? Like for example, like are they doing it so that way, like you said, if they release a beta, I agree, it crash. You know what I'm saying? Which I feel like that's what you want. That's what the whole point of the stress test is. Now, granted, Halo's already gone through kind of through the mud a little bit, so maybe you're right. Maybe they don't want that, and maybe they do need to have a little more control on it. Absolutely, I agree. But I guess at what point is it too much? When I say too much, I'm like we're living in a world where you know I know this is not really comparing to the same kind of games, but like I feel like Cyberpunk was a little controlled, or at least they controlled what they could have. And what did we get? We
Mhm.
got shitted on at. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't I trust me, I don't think that's gonna. Like,
No, Cyberpunk. It's good that you brought up Cyberpunk
uh-huh.
because you have to bring up Cyberpunk because Cyberpunk. The best thing about Cyberpunk was not the game; it's the new narrative that it showed
It's like the
when
realization.
yeah, the
Yeah,
realization when someone's gatekeeping too hard. So I
right.
think your feelings are valid,
Hmm.
but I think it's going to be one of these things where because it is crossplay and across the thing, people are like, "What are you playing it on? What are you playing it on?" And if people realize it's only on the Xbox Series S
Hmm.
or X or PC. Like, wait a minute, where are the other people? Are you not testing crossplay? And then Twitter, what happened? Communication is happening too much. And you have to remember, Halo Infinite is the most expensive game ever made. So they are going to be tight with it because they don't want to spend all that money for fucking nothing.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you.
Imagine if that game dies in 2 months.
Yeah. Oh,
If Halo dies in 2 months, Halo is dead. I don't even think it goes to another developer. I think like, hey, dude, we gave it a good old college shot. We threw a lot of money at it, and it just didn't work. Deuces.
right.
Yeah.
No,
So,
no, that's it. That's a
what
great
are you gonna
point.
say?
That was all the questions I had.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna further like just go into detail
Yeah,
on certain
please.
things. They're called armor coatings, by the way. I know I've been calling them skins, but they're armor coatings in Halo. Like you can get the color, the skins. If you get 152 in Halo, which is or Halo 5, it is a huge grind. If you're not already, you can't start today and do it by when the game launches. It's impossible. Like there's not enough time in the day. Like it's mathematically impossible. Um, but like there's gonna be like supposedly there's ways in game to unlock stuff, but there obviously will be paid stuff to do so. They've already said it. That's how it's like free. Like that's how they have it for free for everybody. Stuff like that. The maps are great. It looks like there's like my brother Matt called it out that it was turf, but in somebody was calling it like new Mombasa because it was like the reason why you saw like the skull and the Master Chief thing was supposed to be memorial, like a graffiti art thing
Right.
to show when the Covenant invaded Africa.
That's when they
So
glass
I
the
think they're
planet,
gonna.
right?
Well, they glassed the continent, half the continent.
Oh, the con. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So technically, half of Africa fucked. Um, but like stuff like that. So it's supposed to be like a memoriam to that, and I think they're repurposing that. There was a map that looked like I think we saw like three different maps. It looks like there was a city one, unless they just expanded upon turf and it was two maps. Um, but you have that one, and then you have the one that looks a lot like Valhalla.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that.
Just,
Yeah, I agree.
and I like that they showed the Pelican dropped vehicle. That means could be like it's like a streak or something maybe in the game
Ooh.
because they had streaks in Halo 4, or maybe you fight and you get points on the map and you hold it down, and once you lock down, let's just say you get the hill, then you get the special thing that you would get out of that hill. So it's like, oh man, wait, do we really need that rocket launcher right now? We're kind of murking these people. I'm not willing to lose on this engagement, and then you just fight elsewhere. But maybe these things, and that's why there's Pelican drops, because I know there's supposed to be like squad spawning on you. So it's gonna be interesting if like what they're gonna do because I'm like unless there's just like that's how they do weapon drops now or random pelican drops where everyone sees it, it takes out of the competitive nature, but it does add to the visual coolness
Yeah. No, you're
because
absolutely right.
it's kind of fucking hard to miss a giant fucking ship in the middle of your map now.
Yeah, I love
You know?
and so far I love everything that you said about that. Except for probably spawning on one another. I've never been a fan about that on in any game. But
Yeah.
hey, that hey
It's
so
gonna
far.
be in Halo. It's gonna be in Halo 5. It's gonna be interesting how it works.
Anything else?
So that's everything that I can think of now. Just remember, guys, I can't stress it enough. Go inside the Insider program. They
Right.
have it for PC as well. You can be PC and or console. There's people that do both. If you have an Xbox and a PC, just to try to get in these flights, guys.
Smart.
You don't want to be the guy not playing Halo Infinite while I'm out here, bro, living my best life. Me and Liquid popping bottles. Just playing Halo Infinite. Maybe spawning on each other. Maybe grab hooking each other just for funsies. Or just like, hey, it's my friend. I'm like, I need a hug, and we just hug each other, but we grappling hook each other to each other.
I think we
You know what I'm
grappling
saying?
hook into each other and go to a high five. That's where I'm at. And just, I'm saying that's where I'm
Yeah.
at. But hey, that's just me.
All right,
You
guys.
think we
On
get
that note,
emotes? Real quick, you think we get emotes?
I thought initially to the Master Chief logo, the memorial that we saw, that's what is being said on Twitter, was
Like a spray paint.
like a wall spray, like in
Yeah.
Overwatch.
Yeah, Overwatch has that.
I
Call of
don't know
Duty
if
even
we
has
get
that now too.
emotes But I would love it if Master Chief was out there dancing,
That'd be
dog.
great.
Like,
That'd be cool.
let's inject the fun back into Halo. That's one thing 343 gets a lot of critiques about, is
Right.
that the fun isn't there.
Exactly.
And so I'm like, let's get silly with it. I'm like, I think one of the strengths of Destiny is actually their emotes.
I
Because
completely
when you're
agree.
done doing something, you're just out here dancing and shit. Like you're like,
Yep.
ah, this is crazy. We beat the giant demon
Yeah.
thingy,
I
Mababa.
completely agree. I thought all the emotes in Destiny were stupid until I found the one for me, which was from a Goofy movie with the perfect cast. And
Oh.
yeah, so yeah, I couldn't agree with you more there.
All right, guys. So thank you again so much, guys. If you were at the live stream watching us, thank you so much. We appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. That was an amazing first stream. We plan on streaming more sooner than later. We got some things in the works. We got a lot of things coming, guys. And Liquid, if you can, go on the microtransaction Instagram. Thank Liquid. He's been busting his hump. So if you could, guys, if just thank him. Like even if you told him, that don't mean anything. He forgets about it, dude. He's got a lot going on in that Chrome Dome of his. All right,
Right.
write it down so you could look back at it. All right, and if you subscribe on Patreon, hold on. Should I do it now, Liquid? Should I do it now? Yeah, I should do it
You
now.
think so?
I'm
I was
doing
gonna
it
say,
now.
wait, this is a
I,
pretty heavy episode. I don't know if anybody's gonna reach this far, but I don't know. It's up to you.
okay, you know what? I'm holding on it.
Let's save on to it.
Just know, my relationship status is complicated. I'm leaving it on that
Ooh, I
note.
like that.
All
I like
right.
the
All right.
speculation. I like the little.
All
Okay.
right. Guys, follow us, subscribe, comments below. Tell us what your favorite part of Xbox
Right.
was.
Please.
Because it sure wasn't Square-Enix. All right, so tell us the favorite thing. All right, guys. Peace, love, and Halo forever.